Welcome to my new camper van.
So this is a 1986 Mark I Talbot Express, 1.9 litre petrol old geezer. I had to have this make. I found it online and I was like, there's nothing else for me in the world. I need a Talbot Express. And I didn't want the one, you know, with like the big eyebrows. I wanted it to be a van, so I felt like it was easier to drive and park. But I'm now part of like the Talbot Express Club on Facebook. They're doing meetups. I'm definitely going. Just merge myself into the community.
You're a popular fella.
I'm very excited. I didn't want a guy with a curved nose. He had to have a square nose. So this was the only van for me. All right, let's start at the back. So it's not that big, and there is supposed to be a door here. The van did come with the door, but it was off. So I might put the door on, I might not, because for some privacy, we're a shower curtain. Yes, there is a shower behind here.
Is that mould on there?
Yeah, don't worry about that. Here we have small little vanity compartment, and then we've got the cutest drop down, slightly mouldy and damp, sink. All original. Don't love the colour, but if we can do it up, it might look very, very nice.
I hope Gary's booked a year off for this.
Further down you go, there's a squatty potty on the bottom. It's really low, like your knees are like nearly by your ears.
Thai style.
So there's many things I wanted. I wanted a shower, but I did want a built-in Thetford toilet. That's not a built-in Thetford. So I think I'm going to put one in. You know the ones where you can like pull the compartments out to the side of the van, so you don't have to take the toilet all the way through the van, end up spilling it just being gross. So I'll put one of those in. And originally I wanted like a compartment with the shower, where you open the door, you step inside and the shower and toilet's in there. I wanted to just see what layout I wanted, because there's lots of different ones. This is a Camelot Talbot Express, FYI. So this is the shower. Look how cute that is. I don't know if it works. I didn't really try much of it whenever I went and bought it, but that looks fine. That's, yeah, all original. And I would love to keep as much originality on this van as I can. All the original features I kind of want to keep. Some I will upcycle. Okay, probably wondering, how do you have a shower then? Hold that thought. So this comes up, and then you've got your shower tray. All original.
Is it all original?
It's all original, from 1986. Again, you don't love the colour, and it does need a bit of a wash. But great! I thought that was amazing. So you stand in, and the curtain goes all the way around. Sometimes. We'll fix that. All original. And then it's got the scattiest curtain. Gorgeous original feature. I've always wanted a van with barn doors just to open and just be free, and I love the fact that the shower is right at the back, so if I'm somewhere secluded I can have an Indian shower with the doors open.
Usually shower with your clothes on, do you? Or
I love it.
what's this guy doing?
I don't really know what that is. If anybody knows, drop a comment, because that could kill me. Swap that in there. Job's a good one. Don't really know how you work this, but I just want to see if the shower works. I don't think there's any water in here. Okay. Yeah. Might get you one of those. Storage. I travel with a fair bit, as you probably know from watching previous videos. This van doesn't have that much storage. I'm not sure how I will cope. This is the biggest cupboard I've got. And currently there's a gas canister in there. What that's for, I don't know.
That's also not very safe, is it?
No, I don't think so. When I got there and asked the guy to show me around a little bit, he just said, there is gas in it, but the connector's not right. So I'll have to get a new connector, whatever one of them is. I'm thinking maybe I put, shelves. Put all of my clothes in that one. Also might put a full length mirror in here. We do have a mirror here, which is just about right. I don't really know what that is.
Vent.
It's a vent. Might change that to like a fan, but again I could just open the back doors, can't I? And then hopefully it won't be mouldy.
You shower with your clothes on anyway, so you'll be fine.
I might have to, because that's like 2 in 1 then, isn't it? I won't have to go do any laundry. Moving on. So all of these original cupboards have got like the original catches. So whenever you're driving, like they won't open. They're really cool actually, and they all work, which is great. Here is just another bit of storage. The guy left all of this stuff in. I thought I would just keep these because I'm going to change all of the curtains in here. This will give me an outline of the measurements I need. These are the original ones, which I won't be keeping, unfortunately. They're just a bit ugly. So yeah, they've got all like the original catches on there. And I'll show you where they go in a minute. But yeah, nice little bit of storage. Maybe for socks and pants or something. Moving through to the kitchen. So when I first got the van, I was like, now why would you do that? That's like, it's like man stuff, innit? Like man decoration. But I've actually come to learn that that is actually original. That's how they came. I want to take that off. I don't love the copper. Cutest little sink. Don't love the colour. And then you've got the draining tray for your dishes on the other side.
That's quite cool though, isn't it? With
It
a
is
little
cool.
drainage plug.
Yeah. Not sure what to do about this little tap though. I mean, it goes everywhere and it's really old. It's so cute, but if Gary can help me, I think I'll change that one as well. We've got some more storage at the top and I've already started buying bowls and plates. These are quite vintage, however I'm really stuck as to what theme and design and colour palette I'm going to go with this. Fire extinguisher for safety, we've got the 12 volt lights that go on. I will change them because they are a little bit ugly. Over here we've got a massive boiler. I've never really seen one of them before in a van. If you've watched the channel, you know we've got another camper van, actually a bus, and we don't have one of those, so that scares me a little bit. Does that scare you?
I mean, it scares me because it's so old.
But it's called Paloma and I've got a lush friend Paloma. Shout out to Restoring number 4. I'll see if it works. If it doesn't, we might be able to free up some space then. So I bought the van off Facebook Marketplace. I was scammed twice before I actually found this one. Standard practice for Facebook Marketplace. All of the Talbots that I was looking at were far away in England. So I was like, you need to tell me everything about this van before I come and see it, because if I come, chances are I'm going to want to buy it. I don't want it to be a wasted trip. However, the guy didn't tell me that there's a lot of damp, a lot of water damage in this van. I was like, do you use it? He was like, yeah. I was like, no you don't. So I'm hoping that whenever I get a heater in here, hopefully that dries it all out and maybe we can replace what needs to be replaced. So yeah, I don't know if I'll keep this, but obviously it holds the
switchboard.
The switchboard, yeah. Very simple, which suits me fine. Then I've got like a little mini hob, which is really cute, with like a hot tray or something. What do you put on that? Steaks. Gas, which I'm guessing actually the gas canister is for this. Super cute, love it all. 2 hob burner. This setup isn't the best because yeah, someone was drunk when they built that. And also this, it rattles whenever you drive. So I think I'm just gonna take that off. So down here.
You got a grill, my friend.
What, just in a cupboard with wood? Surely not.
Highly dangerous grill.
I just thought that that's where they kept it, but no, there is actually, that looks like a heater or something. Righto. Well, we won't be using that. Oh my gosh! And then we've got an East Ham Maxwell BG41. It's basically an Aga. Original.
And it's being kept in by a twiglet.
This.
Yeah.
So that could come flying out at any time. And then this thing here, I wasn't sure what it was in the beginning, but I believe it's a heater, but it's gas. I just don't want a lot of gas in the van. It doesn't make me feel safe. I feel like things are going to explode or blow up when I'm inside.
You're gassy enough yourself, aren't you, babes?
Yeah, I can heat this place in no time. Tin of beans and some potatoes. More storage. They're a bit sticky, they are. Honestly, I can't wait to clean this place. The whole thing is filthy. He's used it, do you know what I mean? There's me fuse box. Should they be that small? Now that terrifies me. So this is one thing that I will absolutely be doing with this van is I want to know it in and out. I want to know how everything works and I want to be able to fix everything if it breaks. I think the reason why that scares me is because I have no idea what that is. It's my van and I want to know how to work it. All right, so this side, we have our fridge. This fridge can run off gas, mains and electric. She's cute, she's old, she's retro, but it doesn't smell in there. Inside the fridge is the only place in this whole van that doesn't smell. And, bonus, our little freezer. It's only small, but you put some ice in there. I'm not loving the brown cream sort of decor.
I think it's class in the fridge.
You like it?
Yeah, brown inside the fridge. Picture that though, with the whole van done.
But then if you've seen, I did my garden studio in a vintage way. I don't want to do that again, but that would really fit in here.
Let's do that again then.
So many ideas, honestly. I don't think I've opened this one. Oh, well we don't need that, but that's just to like, lots of spider webs in here. I love finding new storage though. I could put shoes in there, couldn't I? Build that up, you know, put them in neat, Tetris them, I could get about 9 pairs in there. Brilliant. I think I'm gonna actually keep this floor. I don't love it.
Oh, I gotta get rid of that stinking. I'll do that for you in 10 minutes. Just tell me what you want.
Shake on it. It has to be straight. All right. More storage as we move forward. With all the nice little catches. Oh, comes right out. So that's where like all of my cutlery will go, all the crockery, maybe all of the frying pans and stuff. But yeah, there's a plug by there and I don't know what that's for. Gary's going to be my best mate this week. This video is sponsored by Surfshark. I am about to start a brand new van life journey alone. Oh, it's going to be so scary. Who is going to protect you? You're definitely going to get scammed. Are we going to die? Righto.
Don't worry about it, honey. I will protect you. I am Surfshark. When you leave for your travels, dear maiden, I will make sure no one can steal your personal information online. Your bank details, your Instagram password, or the videos from your laptop. And I'll make sure malicious websites don't try to install malware or spyware. I will keep you safe, my lady, and cover up everything you do online, like a mask. When your laptop or phone connects to free Wi-Fi, you leave yourself vulnerable to hackers and scammers. But with me, your love, Surfshark, I will blur all of this information to potential scammers. I will encrypt, because I love you.
My hero.
Don't be a wimp. Protect yourself online with Surfshark. Go to surfshark.deals/RYOW. Enter promo code RYOW for an extra 4 months free and a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Okay, we'll take you through to the cab, the cockpit, the pilot's quarters. I love how high this van is as well. I feel like I'm looking down on everyone and I'm quite high, and it's quite a big steering wheel. And one con to this van is it doesn't have power steering. I'm like trying to turn it around corners, but I'm going to put that on. Not myself personally, but I will pay somebody to put power steering in. I've been told it's about £700, which I know is quite a lot, but because I broke my wrist not too long ago and I'm planning on taking it quite far, I want it to be an easy drive. But I love the steering wheel and I love how it's still got, it's like original, the T for Talbot Express. All of like the indicators and the lights and stuff are all on these little handles. These are the keys, which is really cute. All very simple, very basic, which is a bit of me. Everything on this dash actually does work, which is incredible. The speedometer works, however, it vibrates so much that you could be doing 20 miles an hour, but you could also be doing 27. You don't really know, so I have to guess that one. It does make a bit of a noise after 60, so I will never get a speeding ticket. And I know that for sure. And I love the fact that you have to pick the seatbelt up off the floor. I just think that's so cute. The heating is stuck on full. Forever. That'll need to get fixed. One other really funny thing about this old van is that it's got a choke to start. I did have one of these on my very first car, John, that I ever owned. So we're accustomed to a choke. I know how they work, and that's fine. You know, he's just a bit chuggy in the morning, gets a bit cold. The stereo, it does work. It does play music, but obviously I probably want to upgrade that at some point. I'd like a screen. I don't want this van to be super high tech because it just isn't the vibe of it. I've got like a little shelf here for lots of things. Look how old school these are. Real old leaflets to tell you how to work everything. He threw that in for me. So one major pro of this van is the two seats next to each other. In our bus, Custard, I'm a bit further back and it's such a loud engine that I have to shout for Craig to hear me. So it's just going to be so nice to be able to just be sat right next to each other. Little things like that, innit? So if we walk through into the living room. So we've got 4 chairs. Only 2 of them have got seat belts, but I will upgrade the back 2 to have seat belts as well. Do love the decor, like love how old school vintage it is. However, I will change it all. So these 2 seats at the back do change into a bed. Easy enough. And then these front chairs actually turn. So it kind of makes like a long bed. Get on! You got it. You might need to just manoeuvre this one a little bit more. I'm knackered. So that's essentially a bed for me, bed for Craig, bed for dog number 1 and bed for dog number 2. The guy didn't tell me that it came like this, but I think we figured out, Craig's sister actually, Ellie, she figured this out, that the table can slot between the 2.
Yeah, there should be 2.
There should be
and
2,
there should be 2 cushions that are supposed to go on the back.
Yeah. They
like
sit
sofa
up like
seats.
a sofa, and they would slot into the middle, which I will have made. Because yeah, that'll be a full double bed then, rather than 2 singles. I think it's 6 foot.
What are you, 4'2"?
Not that can't be right. I'm 5, 6.5. I love that though. You know, this could be our bed and we could just open the door and just have the beach or a lake or whatever out there. So much fun. And there is actually quite a bit of storage under these seats as well. So maybe this is where I'll put my wigs and my accessories and all the sequin stuff and maybe some electrics as well.
Sounds like a recipe for a fire.
And there is actually an onboard water tank in here. I don't know what size it is, but roughly the size of this cupboard.
Roughly small as
Roughly, we'll be showering with wet wipes. So one thing I love about this van is that you can have multiple different setups. Let me show you. So the table actually sits behind this chair, which is nice and neat, tucked away. And we think this is where the table leg goes, but we're not 100% sure. But it's as simple as this. And then you get your candles and you get your dinner, and you can have a romantic dinner for two on this side. Or perhaps you fancy it over here. You can also do that. If you want to be nearer the sea or the outdoors and you want to play a game of cards or puzzle or anything, you can go on this side. If you don't fancy sleeping downstairs and you want to have some fun and sleep upstairs like I usually will do, we've got an upstairs bed too. Now look at these bad boys for old school mattresses. They don't smell the best, but I actually love this material. There's a bit of a knack to it. Put it all the way down. Watch yourselves. All the way, all the way.
Wow, it's massive.
It's such a small space. I don't really want to have to carry this ladder round. I feel like I could just parkour it up there. This is going to be my new bedroom. Oh, and then you just have to commando crawl up in.
So elegant.
It's so close to the roof. They say, you know, it sleeps 4, but it should be 2 adults down and 2 kids up. But there's plenty of room. Like if I stretch out, that's me stretched out. How much room you got at the end?
About an inch.
But if I was to go sideways, I'd have even more room, you know?
Isn't that a bit claustrophobic up there though?
No, I'm okay.
Would you not prefer your head down this end?
No, because if someone comes in the night and takes me, they could suplex me from that side.
Wow, Corbin too strong.
If I roll this way, and you can come up. So it'd feel safer if you were here and we could sleep this end. Try not to breathe in too much because the roof got mould on it. Watch me roof, man. Comfortable?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Are you fully stretched?
Yeah. I'll just get down then.
Easy, used to do gymnastics when I was 14. Great. Dun, dun, dun. Straight into the shower. Happy days! Alright, if I was to take this ladder away, how would you get down?
It'd probably be easier to be honest, because you have to like try and get on the ladder.
Yeah. Oh, there we are then.
Smart use of space though, isn't it?
Drop that and then just stick it away. Very, very cool. Probably my favourite spot up there. Or by here, looking out. We'll have to put curtains up there, which will get custom made. And then, I don't hate these curtains, but they're very dark. So I've measured all of them out, so they'll get changed as well. The carpet in this area, I'm going to change. I think I'm going to either paint or wallpaper or both that whole kitchen area. Everything that you see that is brown won't be anymore. Also, one really cool original feature of this van is that it's got a full curtain rail all the way around. So it starts here, goes all the way around the front windscreen and the side windows. I don't know what I want yet, but I just know that I want it to be super light and super airy and super bright. Because right now, like, you know, with all the mold in here and the dampness and the wet, it does not feel like that at all. Because of the outside, I feel like the inside needs to match it a little bit. I don't want to take away too much from the original features and the original sort of vibe of it. But if you've got any ideas on what you think I should do with it and what would look good, please let me know. It might fry my brain a little bit more because I've got so many ideas. But if you guys come up with a good one and I'm like, I could take that and roll with it, then that would be great. So these vans come in lots of different colours. The main one you'll get is like white with blues, but I really wanted a cream one. I just felt like it gave that little extra sort of vintage vibe to it. And then obviously we've got like some browns and some oranges along the top. And then unfortunately they must have run out of the brown, so we went into red, but that's fine. But all of the windows slide open. I'm not actually sure what this is for, so if anybody can tell me, or is it just for like looks. But I will need to get a new one because it's proper cracked in lots of different places. So I'll be back on Facebook Marketplace looking for break-in Talbots. Along the edge here we have got the water filler. We've got a little vent where the gas heater comes out, and then we've got a hooker. So whenever I go to campsites I can just plug in and use all of their electric instead. Yeah, all pretty neat and tidy. The bodywork's quite good. My dad was like, make sure the bodywork's okay, the underneath is okay, and that the gearbox is alright. These do have a habit of like crunching into second gear, but this one's good. Everything is sound as a pound with this little lad. So when I was driving home, I clocked how small the wing mirrors were. They are really cute, and I don't think I want to change them, original piece. There's a few rust spots that I will get sorted, but nothing major. But I really do want to make this like the ultimate van. I want to keep it really pristine. Next year it will be MOT and tax exempt, so I won't need to do them, but I do want to get it serviced every year and just make sure everything is like as good as it can be all the time. One feature that I wanted on whatever van I got next was 100% a sliding door. One feature that I didn't know it came with, this is an added bonus, I think the guys put it on. I'll show you now. I never did this when I was with him, so I don't actually know if it works. Is that it?
10 hours later.
Right, so that's broken, so we'll have to fix that. It only comes out this far. It is cool though, little retro pattern on there, I quite like that. Give that a bit of a wash though. But that'll be nice, you know, the sun's out south of France. I'm gonna have a hammock somewhere. Awesome, when it's fixed. Yeah, I guess I'm just really excited that I've got like a project of my own, something I can do whatever with. I'm excited but also terrified about going on the road. I definitely think I'll start in Scotland because it's like close to home, I know it, but then I do want to venture into Europe eventually. I just think this would be great, you know, take it into the south of France in the summer. It scares me, it terrifies me, and I'm very excited for the whole journey to unfold. I just think mainly I want to take on this project just to like prove to myself that I can do something solo. You know, I've spent so much time with Craig and we've done so many projects together where I've been able to rely on him for the majority of stuff, and I just do the bits that I'm good at, you know. But undertaking a project like this and really working with my hands and learning new skills is everything I want for myself this year. Like, I want to have that self-growth this year and just gain some confidence back and sort of let all the girls out there know as well that they can do this themselves. So yeah, I hope I inspire some of you guys to pick up your own camper van and to think about like a solo trip and taking yourself off to see the world yourself. It'd be great to meet other people on the road with campers as well. Someone who's got as much passion for their fella as I do. So join me next week when I start the renovation series, and your favourite man will be there, Gary from Barry. So I'll see you then.